afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody, wherever you are. Welcome once again to Omega TV UK. So, guys, we're in the studio, right? We're going to have fun today. After a very, very long break, we're coming back. In fact, I was here, last year, October. So coming back and seeing this space like this is beautiful. I say it's magical. So we are back to speak out, stand out, speak up. So what's the meaning of stand out, speak up? Guys, we have so many people out there, especially our youths, who always want to fit in. They have this urge that they want to fit in. But what we're teaching them as adults, and in the studio as well, we talk about stand out, speak up. So don't fit in. You have to stand out and be the example of what you're supposed to do, or what you're supposed to be, or what you're supposed to sell, what you're supposed to eat. Everything about you, you need to stand out and speak up. Okay, before I speak too much, I also want to tell you guys that I want you to follow us on Sky 181. Follow us on Sky 181. That's where Omega TV UK is going to be. And that's where I'm going to be as well. And today I have a guest. I have a very special guest in the studio with me. So I'll let my guest introduce herself, because knowing me, I talk too much. I might take credit. I don't want to take credit. So I'm going to let my guest introduce herself. So yes,
thank you, Lydia.
So tell us your name. What do you do? And by the way, you look beautiful. Let me just say that.
Thank you very much. That's so kind of you.
You're right.
So my name is Ruth Dube. I have a few hats. So professionally, I am a project manager working in the transport industry. I also run a business management consultancy where I help people, social entrepreneurs particularly, or people with a community aspect in their business, helping them put business processes in place, whatever it is that they want to do, their vision. We help to execute it by putting structures in place. And then outside of that, I'm very passionate about social entrepreneurship. As I mentioned, my whole business management is based on that. So to support that, I do have a community interest company called Stenum CIC. It's all for helping Black social entrepreneurs, particularly those from Africa, helping young entrepreneurs with the right resources and tools to grow their businesses and to be able to attract and enter new markets, particularly the UK, because that is where we're based. So that is what I do.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. With everything that you do, someone might think you're 50 or 60, but you are a young adult. And I like to see people like you, young adults, actually doing stuff like this. Like you're very focused, you know where you want, you know where you're going. And you're an entrepreneur at this young age. Someone who think you're like 50 to do all these things. So it's good to have you in the studio as well, so that people out there who actually just look at young adults and think, oh, they're always up to no good. Because that's what the society, or that's what the media portrays about young adults. Yeah. That a lot of them are just outside doing rubbish, doing this stuff. But then we have people like you who are actually focused and doing best for the community and also helping other people as well. Yeah. So well done. Thank you very much. And in saying helping, you're helping more. You're helping more, And today we're here to discuss about an upcoming event, about life issues, about home away from home. And somebody one day told me that, why are you doing this event? You don't have to do it. And I said, you don't understand why we're doing this event, because the person who's telling me this is an English person. So they don't understand the urge for us, as they call us immigrants, or we're in diaspora. We have this, we are home, but away from home. Yeah. Yes, we feel welcomed. We love this country. They treat us well. Everything is good. But as much as everything is good, sometimes you miss home. Mm-hmm. You miss we have people who are struggling with their identity. We have people who are struggling with culture. We have people who are struggling with standing out because they just want to fit in. We have people who are struggling with food. Yeah. We have people struggling with different, like they cannot balance. There's so many issues people are struggling with. So that's why events like this is always so good to come together. And I know it's called Kenya, but it's the reason why we called it Kenya and Friends in the Park is because Kenya is a very diverse country. Yeah, we are friendly people. Everybody says, "Oh my God, Kenya! I want to go to Kenya." You guys, the minute I enter airport, Kenya, everybody's smiling, everybody's welcoming, and that's why we call it Kenya and Friends. So everybody feels included because we've intermarried a lot. Yeah, and you can't tell your husband or your wife, It's
You
only for
can't come.
Kenyans, so you can't come. Or your children, then where will your children go? Because
Yeah.
your children share both cultures.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
the
why-
identity part.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why it's Kenya and Friends in the Park. And we've been doing this event since 2015. The inception was 2015. And we've seen it grow. And then, of course, 2020 came, everything
Yeah,
went
the
down. Pandemic came and everything was like shut down. We didn't do the event. And the funny thing is, 2020, right? I kept on advertising it. And one girl told me, Lydia, can you be realistic? What do you mean? I said, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do
You're
it.
very optimistic.
I was
It's a
very
good trait.
optimistic. Yeah, she was like,
Yeah.
event is not gonna happen. I was like, yes, it's gonna happen. And then I see we're still in shutdown, and I'm like, wow,
It's really not happening.
it's really not happening. But you see what we did? We still did it on virtual. We still did it virtual.
Oh, you
we
did? Okay.
Yeah, and we managed to get people in Kenya and people in the UK. The way we merged it was
Yeah.
magical.
How was that? How did people find it? Because I'm sure in lockdown, everybody was looking forward to something, anything.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
So how was the reception for going virtual?
There was a lot of people online watching it, and we still did 2 days. And I know
wow.
some of our sponsors were so skeptical. They were like, why are you doing 2 days? This has never been done before. And I was like, that's why I have Stand Out, Speak Up. Because if it's never been done before, that means I'm just going to join the people who are scared.
yeah.
You know, fear all this.
You're not standing up yourself.
You're not
yeah.
standing up. So how am I going to tell somebody that you need to stand up and speak up? So when they were saying, oh, it's never been done before, just do 1 day, you know,
Yeah.
this other event, I don't want to call the name of the event. It was only 1 day, it was a success. I said, no, but we are not that event.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it differently because we are standing out.
Yeah.
So we did it for 2 days,
That's
and there's a
good.
lot of people watching.
Yeah.
But the technology
Oh.
was
yeah.
mad. 1 minute we're left blank. We're like, what's going on, guys? What's going on? It was
Oh,
total
no.
darkness. Another time you see people coming. One person is talking over there. Another person is talking
Yeah.
over there. But it was a crazy experience.
But at least you did it, and you can only learn from it, because I'm sure we're not going to have that same experience in our lifetime. Fingers crossed.
No.
But regardless, it's still all valuable lessons that you can even take for the life event, so
Yeah.
which is good. And I think the most important thing was your determination and zeal to still want to bring people together, regardless of what was going on. And I think that's really admirable.
Yeah, that was. And I think I was just talking the other day, and I was like, COVID did a number to a lot of people. It did a number, character development a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But it also brought new things. Like now, virtual, we wouldn't have thought of that before. But now somebody's probably in the house somewhere in Afghanistan or Dubai or wherever, and they're feeling lonely. But they can
Yeah.
actually
Tune in.
tune in and see something happening in America, see something happening in Mali, Mozambique, and they're like, oh my God, and they actually just feel like we are connected.
We're part of it, and it's a good way to reach new audience, like you're saying. You know, you want to promote Kenya and Friends in the Park, and you want to make it accessible. Some people, due to whatever circumstances, may not be able to make it, but then now you know, as you are for this year, as you're streaming the event, so people can still be a part of it, even if they are far away. And I think that's the most important thing about communal, is recognizing that not everybody might be able to make it. So I like that you've done it over 2 days, because some people may have commitments on Saturday, but you're still offering that opportunity to join it again, but also offering an opportunity that, hey, wherever you are, come and see what we're doing. And you know, it helps to promote for future events. People, you know, it also builds trust as well with your community. So yeah, all valuable lessons you're learning. So it's good you're taking them on board.
Oh, taking them on board. And you know, I know we're just in the middle now. We've not gone far, but I always want to appreciate a lot of people for the help they've given me. And we do have our sponsors. So I'll probably have another session one day to talk about the sponsors, because we do have a lot of sponsors that have come on board. And it's so funny. And that's why I always tell people, again, stand out. Don't be scared, because I know there's fear of the unknown, and fear is just false evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
And fear holds us back. Fear of the unknown. Or am I going to do it? Is it going to work? So the beginning of 2015, when we actually started the event, it was very scary.
Yeah.
And you know, they say, have a dream that scares you. If
Yeah.
you don't have a dream that scares you,
It's not big enough.
it's not big enough.
It's not big enough. Yeah.
And the dream was so scary. scary because I was thinking, oh, am I going to do it? We've never done this before. Not that it's never been done. It has been done, but other community, but not just my community. So I just kept on asking people, how am I going to do this? But now everything has a story.
Yeah, and the beginning.
And the beginning. And I think something that has a story, that's what makes that thing unique and a success. And that is your why, and that's what drives you. So it's the why I started the Kenyan Friends in the Park that always drives me, that always encourages me, that always gives me the strength to do it again, even though another year might fail, things go wrong, but I'm just like, you know what, next year
it will be better.
It will be better.
Yeah.
So and I'm grateful to you 100%. I'm so grateful to you because I think next year I'll just sit down and relax and I'm like, Ruth, do everything. Now you know everything.
Take over.
I'm not doing anything. I just want to relax and watch out of the fence.
Yeah, and just like sit. No, but honestly, props to you. As much as I came on a little bit later in the process and just hearing you talk about the whole journey, I think you made it a communal event, and the fact that you have so many sponsors has shown that people believe in you. And I think for other people that may be trying to stand out and start something is to know that it is a journey and it's about the progress that you make. Like you said, sometimes it hasn't worked, things have gone wrong, and that's the entrepreneurship journey. And unfortunately, sometimes it's lonely, but it's great to hear that you've got so many people that are, spearheading and championing you, which is always needed. And it's always good to have a community that then supports you to give you the strength, because it's so easy to say, oh no, it hasn't worked, and then okay, I'm not going to do it next year. But the fact that you're saying, no, if it hasn't worked, it's going to be better next year. And that's the mentality that a lot of people need to have, and just sheer determination that you have this dream and you have this goal and you need to make it. And I think having all these people sponsoring and believing in that idea, they've seen what you've been able to do, not only you, but the volunteers and the people that are working behind the scenes that aren't always so present. And it's really good. I can't wait. I am excited.
I'm excited more than you, because last year, you can ask my producers here in the studio, we went every length, we did everything we could to have the event. But I'm not going to talk about the councils, the boroughs. That is a story for another day. Let's just do the event first, because they always say give honor where honor is due. And I feel like it's important for me to come back and actually say thank you to that borough and give reasons why. And because we've done this event in almost 4 different boroughs. Yeah. And I've seen how boroughs behave. I've seen the greedy ones. I've seen the horrible ones. I've seen the nice ones. And we're doing this event in Ealing Borough. And I think, to me, I was just even telling my children the other day, this borough is one of the best boroughs I've seen since, because they
testify to that.
Yeah, you can testify to that. And they're interested in what we're doing. That's the more reason. When I saw when you scheduled an event in the Zoom that we're going to have in August, it was like, what do you mean a councillor is coming? The councillor wants to understand about the charities we're doing. And the charity, no borough has ever taken interest in what we're doing. No borough has ever done that. So to me, I big up Ealing Borough, and I'm going to come back and pick them up properly, because this is not just properly, I will. Because when somebody shows interest in who you are, when somebody sees you and asks you what's your name, right?
You feel seen, you feel heard.
Thank you. But when somebody just says, oh, we just want £10, and then they don't even ask who you are, they don't even care who you are, that doesn't show, that's not a good show. And these other boroughs, I'll say they've done that. But this particular borough is brilliant. So we're going to give them the best.
Yes, we are.
Food, drink,
Kenyan experience.
Music,
I am ready. I will be getting onto a flight with you next year to go to Kenya with you. That's for sure.
After the nyama choma, we're going to have, guys, we're going to have food. We're going to have every food. We're going to have nyama choma. We're going to have ugali, mokimo, mudhokoi, mahindi choma, maembe. You don't know what those things are, but
they all sound very delicious.
I know nyama choma. And chapati, kachumbari, you know, all those is going to be served there. And but the most important thing is the reason why we're doing this, Kenya and Friends in the Park. So this was birthed by a lady who actually committed suicide, and she was only 26, and to me that was a blow, and because she left a note, and the note said that she was lonely. So I was thinking, wow, so she was that lonely to take her life. And she actually prepared. She did her nails, she did the lipstick, so she went like she knew what she was doing 100%. And then when I was still contemplating and I'm thinking, oh my God, can I do this? How can I? And then another lady died as well, a Ugandan girl. She died in the house of starvation. And I was thinking, no, this is too much. Now we have to do something and bring communities together so that, because when we left, those days there were not even mobile phones. So a lot of people are here, but they don't even know they're here. But if we do an event that will bring people together, and then make it Kenya and Friends, so those ones that are married to people who are not Kenyans also can feel welcomed and appreciated, and they can come as well, and their children can come as well. So that was why this event actually started. It was more of socialized, just to socialize and network with other people as well. And then from there, we now took a different turn as well about investment. Because as much as this is home, we also have another home that we need to develop. We need to, because some people's retirement plan is
not to go back home.
To go back home. Right? Because to be honest, this country is too cold. I can't stand the winter. Oh my God, it's too cold. I want to go to the sun and enjoy the sun and just sit down and just have helper helping me, and so because of that, now we took a different turn as well, investment. So that's where we normally bring investors to come and just talk about what they do in their countries, but anyway, especially Kenya. And we're also trying to encourage other communities to do the same. So I saw Uganda started doing something like this, and then Tanzania as well. And people have been telling us, why don't you do an East African thing? And I'm like, maybe when we're doing 10 years celebration, we can now merge together and do like an East African thing.
And do it together, But the fact that it is Kenya and Friends in the Park, it does open it up to other countries and nationalities to come, and even like down to your catering, you've got different caterers serving different types of food, so which is quite good. I particularly like what you said about how you started the Kenya and Friends in the Park because of isolation, and having worked with a lot of social enterprises and charities, that is usually the biggest thing that people are working to alleviate, because like you said, as immigrants, so to speak, we came from Africa, we're struggling with identity crisis, we have to go to work, we have to pay bills, if we're not paying bills, we're working, or vice versa, and it is a lot. And a lot of the time people, especially because we are African, we have this strong black woman mentality, so to speak. We don't like to share our problems. And so therefore we find ourselves, a lot of people then start to battle mental health challenges because of the way that we've been raised. We can't be, what is mental health problem? We are strong, we get it done, and all that thing. And you even see it now in families, if children are to say, I'm having a bad day, they're like, what's a bad day? Because of how, the different generations. And so you find that there's a rise in suicides in young people particularly. It's because of that intergenerational gap of how are we, how we're brought up and how we view the world. And I think this is really good that you're doing an event where you're bringing people together, because it helps to promote friendships. And if people are from the same town or same communities, they can begin those groups. And obviously I think the sort of trajectory for you is for those small communities to start their own communities where they also talk about these prevalent issues, as well as this platform. But I definitely feel like mental health is a strong issue that needs to be addressed. And it's good that we can incorporate the fun, we can incorporate the picnic, the food, all of that, to just bring people together. And it's just a day to just say, whatever you're going through, just come, meet new people, have fun. And I think it's so needed.
It is. And that's why we also have different stalls, and some stalls as well are people who are doing charity in regards to mental health. So because some people because of work, either work, church, work, mosque, work, clubbing, whatever you want to do. And it's just those two things. There's no really balance. So some people can't even find someone to talk to.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're doing this event, we have different stalls. We have a stall that deals people talking about mental health. They can just go there and seek help. And we always tell people that it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
Because some people always feel like you said, where the way we were brought up is, especially black woman mentality, go and do it. Yeah. It's like even when we are having children, we're like, no painkillers, just go and push. Why are you crying? Why you
drink water?
Drink water. And they don't understand that our bodies, regardless of where you're in Africa or you're in America, wherever you are, the body is the same. It doesn't matter that now your body is immune to pain because you're from Africa. It doesn't work like that. So if they now, because we don't want to talk to people again, you don't like talking to people because you talk tomorrow, your stories in the salon. In the salon, there's too much gossip.
I know, and that's an issue of our community. I think we are getting better, but especially with the rise of social media, and lives, social media, everything is just going everywhere. So I mean, it makes it really difficult, isn't it, to open up? But I think even just individually, people just need to think, if roles were reversed, would I want that story out and sort of treat people that way? I think it's also that that clout that people are looking for and all the other things, but they don't realize how much they're destroying another person, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it's something we as a community need to work on. Yeah, it's really sad because the other day I was watching something on I think it's TikTok now that is so famous. Every time you open your phone, something just pops up. And I saw this woman, and I think she has 2 children who have like special needs. They have special needs, and somebody had the audacity to go there and comment and say, "Can you stop having children? Because I think all your children look like this." I couldn't believe a human being can make that comment. That hurt me so much, and I don't even know this woman, but it hurt me so much. And they said, for this woman to even come and bring her children who have special needs, that means that she's so proud of them because they're just okay. They're special, like everybody else. And I always tell people that, okay, fine, maybe God have blessed you with children who are okay. They don't have special needs. You don't have special needs. You're okay. But do you know tomorrow? Do you know what tomorrow can do to you by you now mocking someone else? Exactly.
You don't know what tomorrow, nobody knows.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. And those your children that you think they're so perfect can actually become something else tomorrow. And you know. So it's so sad. But that's one, again, with Kenya and Friends in the Park. We have all those stalls, and there are people there who are willing to help you. So guys, if you're out there and you're going through anything, mental disorder, mental issue, loneliness, anything, and you want anybody to talk to, on the day in Kenya and Friends in the Park, we do have different stalls, and we have people who are dealing with things like that, and they don't know you. So it's not like it's somebody in your community who'll go and blab and say, "Oh my God, do you know that Lydia?" Because they know each other. So it's somebody totally who is neutral. They don't know you. And these people are professionals, because as a professional, you cannot go and start talking about someone else's business like that. So they're there to help. So I'm really happy now.
But before that, I must applaud you, because do you know what? The more you're talking about it, the more I'm like, I've never been to a festival that's taken a mental health aspect into consideration at all. It's always alcohol, more alcohol, fun. But actually, and I think it echoes to the sentiment that, the basis of why you started the organization and that communal aspect is like, yes, let's have fun, but let's also talk about deep issues. You don't have to talk to me about it, but look, we've got some people, whether you want to get their number, whether you want to go and have a chat, it's completely up to you, and you're kind of giving that power back to the community and to people, sort of work on their issues themselves without the pressure. So I think it's very admirable.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good. We also have a stall that deals with HIV, because we know how the stigma of HIV. And people live with HIV nowadays. People live. My dad has had it for like 30 years.
Yeah.
More than that, actually. And this man is healthy like tomorrow.
You wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't even
Yeah.
know unless he says it. But because he tells people, he doesn't care. It's not something that he hides. He tells everybody that, oh, I'm HIV positive. And he doesn't, just to teach people, to show people that, look, I've had it for like 30 years and I still exist. So with HIV, and I don't understand why some people, even with insurance, because I'm also into insurance, they take it so tough. Like if you have HIV, there's restriction here, you're not allowed to take this time, you're not allowed to do this.
Okay.
So they do treat people so bad. And so if you know that you have HIV, there's stigma behind it. People cower, people don't want to talk about it, and because of that, it affects their mental state, and they go into depression, So we also have HIV stalls there, and they're so secretive. In fact, they don't even want to be next to stalls. They always say they want to be really
quite far
away. And when you come, there's so much privacy in there, and it's not like they'll do it immediately and they tell you, oh, sorry, you have HIV. They know they do it in a professional very sensitive way, because just imagine finding that you have HIV during a park.
Yeah.
That would just destroy your day.
Yeah.
So everybody who is coming there is very professional, and there's lots and lots of people. So it's not just about, hey guys, let's party. We're gonna party, and food and drinking. We're also concerned about your mental health.
Yeah.
And that's your health in general as well. And that is what I think. And also we also have this lady who talks about leukemia as well.
Okay.
Because a lot of black people don't use stem cells. She was trying to also educate me.
Promote,
Yeah, she was like, a lot of black people die because of that, because they don't have donors. Because we don't believe in those things.
Or even giving blood.
Yeah, we're like,
stem cells.
which stem cells? No. I am not giving my anything.
Yeah.
But she's trying to, so she's also coming to the park to try and educate us if it's not a scary thing. It's okay. You can give blood. You can give this. You can give this.
Yeah.
And what she said one day, and I was really shocked. She said that when it comes to giving those stem cells of leukemia, it has to be from your community.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
So if it's a black person, it's a black community. You can't get it from a Caucasian person.
No.
And that's why we don't know that.
Yeah.
And because we don't have that knowledge, we allow our people to just die because of that.
Really.
Yeah. Because her son perished because of that. And since then, she went on a mission to start educating black community.
And I think it's breaking that stigma, isn't it? Because there is a rise of, black people especially dying because of cancer, because of the lack of knowledge of our community. So that's also good, because it's just bringing awareness. Someone might not know that, but hopefully after coming to the park, one or two people will walk away knowing that information, and it will prompt them to give blood and save a life, which is the most important thing, isn't it?
Yeah. And even if one person knows about it, they can go and tell someone else. Because if you're going to those people, like, oh, I'm going to give blood. Really? Blood? Yeah, it's like this and like this. So that one person is like a
chain,
seed.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like this. It goes like this.
Domino effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Kenya and Friends in the Park. It's on the 29th. And it's 30th of July, so like it's a month's time.
Yes,
gonna
exactly
be there.
a month.
Exactly a month. So if you want more information, go on our website. Our website is www.kenyainthepark.com. You'll find the events right there, the transport, how to get there, hotels, if you want to book the hotels right now, parking, where the parking is, the stores that will be there. I mean, everything is there on our website. So relax. Now, when I started this event, it's been a journey of me thinking I can do so many things, but I have so many people behind the scene that help. The other day, somebody was telling me, but Kenya in the Park is yours. I said, no, it's not mine. It's not mine. It's a community thing. It's not. Yes, I'm the face of it, but the people that are behind it are the ones that make it happen.
That are doing the doing.
That are doing the doing. So now we get to 2015, 16, 17, fast forward, we get to 2023. Now, this event is like, gee, I can't do this anymore. I need to look now for a professional, not just, because how we do it is just, community comes together,
Yeah.
and everybody gives their time, and everybody say, okay, I'll be in charge of this, because I do have it's a very big team, and some team, this one that are part of entertainment, part of the cleaning, part of the stores, part of the this, but at the end of the day, they're doing it out of voluntarily.
Yeah, it's their time.
It's their time, so they're not getting paid, and we all know how this place is ting 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 ting, so they can only do it when they have time. So because of that, it makes everything really, really hard.
Yeah.
So it got to a point where I said, I have to get professional to do this job, and then now I can relax.
Yeah.
And I remember this particular professional, I'll tell you who they are. She was like, I want you to go to the park this year and enjoy yourself, because what happens is I get to the park.
You're working.
We have more than 5,000 people. Everybody wants to talk to you, take a picture. And some people, and I'm not blaming them or anything, because probably they've always wanted to see you. They have something to say, and they feel like this is the place. Oh, now I got you. Now I want to tell you my story. And they want to talk for like 5-10 minutes. And you don't have that 5-10 minutes. And then you tell them, sorry, I have to go, or I'm coming. And then they feel like, oh, she's rude, or she's arrogant, or dismissive, or does she think she is? But it's not like that. It's just because something is there, you're being called. Something is there, you're being called, So I've got to this point of I'm not doing that anymore. So I want to go to the park now, and I want to take pictures with people. I want to sit down with somebody. Someone wants to talk to me for 10 minutes. I know. I'll be there with them 10 minutes talk.
Yeah.
And I just want to be there for my people and just make them feel like, oh, she has our time.
Yeah.
Because for someone to pay £20 to come to the event, and then they want to talk to you, and then you're like, oh yeah, sorry.
Oh,
it's kind of, it's really kind of, because they're there to support you.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of not nice. But at the same time, I'm not doing that intentionally. I'm doing that because something is happening somewhere that needs my attention ASAP, and I have to run there. But probably they don't understand that, because they're thinking, don't you have people to help?
To work and to help.
So guys, this time I got a professional to do it. She's sitting right here with me. So this time Ruth is doing everything. So tell me, what has been, have you, since we met and I told you do this, what are the challenges? What do I know the challenges are plenty, because every time I get an email, Ruth, email, deal with this.
To be honest, you had laid quite a lot of the foundation, so which is quite good. Getting the venue and the premise license has been a challenge, but it's been successful, which is the most important thing. So we have our go-ahead to go on. So now it's just finalizing with the suppliers and just promoting and getting people to attend. So I don't have any major concerns right now. I think it was just pretty much, are we going to get this venue? I think you had some challenges with other places before. So it was always a bit like, oh, is this going to happen again? Is it not? But it didn't happen. So that is all good. And it's good. It's great working with you. I absolutely love working with women, because not only from a business side of things, but also from a personal development side of things, because I'm still a person. I still have so much to learn, so I never go and say I know everything. So it's been so great watching all these different things you're doing in the community, the acting, the presenting. Like, I'm like, what doesn't she do? She should take my job. Honestly, you're like a superwoman. How you like manage to juggle all of these things. So it's been great, I think, from my own personal experience as well. So I am looking forward to the event over 2 days. So I can't wait for that. I think it's going to be great. I generally am not worried about anything, but maybe speak to me like a few days before. But you won't need to worry about that, because you'll be enjoying your time.
No, this time I'm going to enjoy myself. I don't want to run around anymore. And I know in July they say that it's going to be a heat wave. But let me tell you something. Somebody was asking me today, is it going to rain? I said, from 2015, every single time we do Kenya in the Park, it rains. So I said, I'm not worried about that, because whether it rains, people still turn up. Whether it rains, the events still go. Come rain, come shine. So somebody even told me, Lydia, you need to offer sacrifices to the gods. I said, I don't offer sacrifices to no gods.
What sacrificing was he suggesting?
I don't know. He just said, you need to offer sacrifices to the gods, because every time there's Kenyan friends in the park, it's always raining. So you need to speak to these gods. I said, I only serve one God. I only serve Master Jesus. And I'm not scared to praise my God in
Amen.
public. I always praise my God because I say that's the God I serve, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And if God feels like let it rain that day, so
It's
be
gonna
it. He
rain,
has a
yeah.
reason why he wants it to rain. If he says let there be sun, it's going to have sun.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying this is because 2018, it was hot. It was proper heat wave. We did it in Barking in Dagenham.
Yeah.
And the council actually told us that we should go and water the ground.
Oh,
That's
'cause
how
it was
bad
that
it was.
hot.
Was
Yeah.
that hot? Do you know on Friday, before the Saturday now, the event, it rained the whole night on Friday. I was like, God, why? Why is it raining like this? It would have just been a little one just to, the ground and then take the rain away. No, it rained. On Saturday now, the wind,
Oh,
the whole of July wasn't like that.
it was hot.
It was just that particular day.
Yeah.
The wind was so bad that if you're eating with the plate,
It
plastic
was
plate,
just like
it just
flying.
takes the food away.
Oh,
The tents were flying. There's a time me and one lady in the council and the police, we had to run because this tent was, we just saw the tent going and it's a huge tent. So
Yeah,
we had
yeah.
to run it and we held
and
it
hold
down.
it.
And I was like, God has a reason why he allows all this to happen because I don't understand how it's hot, and then
And
only
then
the
on
day,
the one day.
that I just tell God, I want heat. That's the day it rains or it's windy or something is happening. So when this person asked me about the weather, I said, I'm done asking about the weather.
Yeah.
I'm done checking. I'm done wanting it to be like this.
Yeah.
Because we pick it, because Kenyan Friends in the Park is always end of July. Because we do that just because everybody goes on holiday. And we do that
Oh,
because
yeah.
schools are closed.
Schools are closed and people are preparing to go away.
Everybody wants to go away, and that's the week that a lot of people go away. So we do it because we also want our children, because before maybe you go on holiday in Japan or North Korea, if you're allowed to enter there, we want people to have that taste of Kenya,
Yeah.
you know,
which is good.
which is good before they go. So
Yeah.
on this day, I'm gonna have fun.
And
I'm gonna let you do
the weather's
everything.
going to be great.
The weather's
However
gonna
it
be
is, it's going to be great. Yeah.
We're gonna enjoy it. One day it was raining. All I could see is red. My hair was raining red. It was white. It was clear, but mine was red.
You were just drowning in red color from your hair.
And I was like, you know what, God, let me just. And there's also one day, I think it was either 2017 or something. I literally cried. You know why? It was tears of joy, because it was raining and people were
Still
standing there and talking like there was nothing. So I looked
Yeah.
at this girl and the way they were talking and eating, and
Yeah.
I'm like, what's wrong with these people?
But that's the country we live, Lydia.
It's
It's the
raining.
UK, so rain or sunshine or whatever, you know, we have to expect all seasons in one day. So I think people are just over the fact of it's raining, I'm not going to do anything. Otherwise, you will never do anything
You'll
in this country.
never do
So
anything.
I think they're just used to just the UK weather. It is what it is,
It
but
is.
it's going to be great either way.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay.
exciting.
So I'm looking forward to this event. And today, because we've been away from, I've taken a very long break from the studio. So today is my first day. And I was thinking, what is it that excites me so much? I know a lot of things excites me.
This.
Talking about domestic violence is something that is so close to my heart because I went through it. And I really feel sad when somebody is in that situation. And I don't, it can be a woman, it can be a man. Because I have one of my friends actually, this guy, I'm just like, I'm following your footsteps. He was in a domestic, he was in a domestic violence relationship. This is a man for 25 years, 25. Until one day, the wife hit him and he had like 16 stitches on his head, operation. So he sent me the pictures and I was like, what? Because when you saw them outside, they were so happy.
Or this is the thing, isn't it? Always
Oh my
people
God.
portray an image.
They were so happy. But anytime, now when he said it, you start thinking
Like
back
going
and you're
back,
like,
like, oh, 1 + 1.
yeah,
Like,
that's why. Because every time there was an event, you see the guy just seated by himself or maybe just on the bar drinking. And anytime he's talking to people, especially women, the wife will be there like, oh, hi, you know.
Yeah.
But that, I just thought, oh my God, these people love each other.
Yeah.
You knowing that the guy was going through domestic violence and he came out of it, thank God. but he had to take stitches for him to come out, because now everybody knew about it, right? Because me and the passion about this, I exposed it, right? And everybody was like, huh? So because of that, the man just thought, now everybody knows, because I spoke about it. And if you see this man now,
Thriving.
he is so happy
Oh, that's so
in
good.
another relationship. He got this woman. Now, he never been posted on social media before. Now he posts on social
he's
media.
happy.
And he is having the life, So this is just to tell people that there's life after divorce. There's life. There's another life. Don't think that I just have to stay here, because if I stay here, what happens?
Yeah.
The guy was there for 25 years. Probably was scared of, what if I leave? I don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
I don't
And you
wanna
know
be
what?
alone.
It's sorry, I'm just
No,
jumping
that's
in.
fine.
I'm just thinking, I also work with another charity that, deals with domestic violence and so forth. And I think I've seen it just through my own upbringing. So I'm a first generation migrant, so which is fine. I feel like I'm the bridge between the mums and then the young people, so because I can understand how they were brought up, but then I also understand living in the UK, the lingo and everything else. But even when it comes to marriage advice, because I'm recently married, it's
Congratulations.
Thank you. Is the stigma around stay in the marriage. If you're unhappy, you make yourself happy.
Yeah.
And I find even with a lot of older people, you can even tell they're unhappy, but it's they're persevering because the stigma and because that's how they've been brought up. And it's how do you, it's great for this guy, but it's having to unlearn everything that you were taught about marriage to being if the situation is bad, whatever, people may be going through, whether it's domestic violence or just other things in a marriage, is how to move forward despite the situation that you're in and how you move forward, because it's not always easy. And again, it comes down to that whole, if I speak to someone in the community, they're going to expose it. And so people stay in these tough situations because of everything that's surrounding them and the battles that they have to face around the community because people don't support them. So I guess I'm raising this because I would like to know how or what you have been doing to change that mentality of people, of that whole, in Shona culture, the direct translation of the words that they say is persevere. Just deal with it. You have no other option. You've committed in front of God. You've done this. So how do you unlearn all of that?
Well, it's not easy. It's not easy. But my the way I normally tell people is, and I think by telling people that, because somebody say, oh, but if you say that, somebody will start blaming themselves. I always just give people tough love. And that's that guy. When I saw him first, I was like, you're not going back there, are you? It was like, 25 years. And then I say, you know what? It's your fault. It's your fault, because I feel like, and that's how I've managed to help the people that I've helped.
Yeah.
Because I always tell them that in life, we never take responsibility.
Yeah.
We don't like that. We always blame it because we find it easier. If I blame the other person, then it's okay, because now I don't take any responsibilities. But I always say, if you're in that situation, I was there for 17 years, so I know how it was. And the only time I managed to come out is when I took my power back.
Yeah.
I took my power back. And so when I talk about it, I'm talking about experience. I'm not just saying I was sitting there and I see somebody like, how can you allow that to happen?
Yeah.
And I always just give tough love. I don't go there and say, oh, it's okay. There's no okay. It's your fault. Get out of there, because you've given the person the power. You've taken your power and given it to that person to abuse you. Okay? Because it's like, what will the community say? When you're dead, will the community come and look after your children? No, they won't. What will the society care that you don't? No, they won't. The same society that you're thinking of are going to actually talk bad about you. They're going to mistreat your children. Look at when that woman Osanachi, the gospel singer who died in Nigeria, people started blaming her. How could you do that? The woman is gone.
Yeah.
And some people are blaming her more than the husband. How could you allow that to happen? But yet, the same people that are blaming her, she was thinking of, what are these people going to say?
What are they going to say? That's really good advice.
Do you understand? What are they going to say? Oh my God. So you take your power back. Take that power back. That's the only time that everything will change. but you have to take responsibility.
Yeah.
Stop blaming this person. Take responsibility for your own actions. Your own actions is staying there, especially those people who have children. Oh, I'm there because of the children. It's not true. That's an excuse not to go anywhere. It's just because of the children. You know, that's why I'm staying. No, it's because I don't have. Because even women who have career women, a magistrate. There's a woman I know. She's a magistrate. She's in domestic violence. You're a magistrate. So it's not about money. It's not about I don't have. And the man is not even working. Senechi, the husband wasn't working. She was the one bringing all the money. So it's not about money.
So when you hear them back, they sound quite comical, but actually people that are going through them, it's like a bigger thing that they're going through.
Yeah. So there's always excuses. We always look for excuses. Oh, because I didn't have money, because I'm scared of the society, because of my children, because of this. When you pass on, you leave those children, the same children that you're trying to protect. You're actually even damaging those children more.
Yeah.
Because one day my daughter told me something, and even up to now, and she was young, she was only 10, right? And she said, Mommy, why do you keep on taking Dad back, and every time Dad is here, you're always sad and crying? So why was I taking the man back? What was that? What was the point of that? When even my child can see that. And at that time, I didn't even hear what she's saying. To me, she was just a child. But that have really affected her. Up to now, I'm talking to you, she's 25. And I'm still dealing with what happened to her up to now. I'm still dealing with that trauma up to now. Because the things she says sometimes, and I'm like, sweetheart, come on. No, this is happening to me because of what Dad did. And I'm thinking, he didn't do it to you. He was doing it to me.
Yeah, but then the people...
But it was affecting her.
Around
so when women sit there and say, or even some men, that I'm staying because of my children, you're actually causing more damage to those children than you know being there. You're creating so much damage because what the children are seeing, they're feeding on that negativity, and that's hurting them and affecting them. And I've had so many women who have said, one woman left, and the child never said anything. But when she left, the child was like, I'm so happy, Mommy, that you left Daddy.
Oh.
Because those things were affecting them. So, and the reason why I went back to domestic violence, because I was saying, what I was saying was, my something that excites me the most that I had to bring to the studio the first time was Kenyan Friends in the Park. But there's more things that excite me as well to talk about. So domestic violence is something that I'm so passionate about. So probably that could have been my first topic. But, sorry guys, my first topic had to be Kenyan Friends in the Park, because this helps a larger community. It helps a larger community with what they're going through, especially socializing life.
Yeah.
So it helps a larger community. So we can't be selfish and just talk about only domestic violence.
Yeah.
So the first time today was Kenya and Friends in the Park.
Yes. And you have a sponsor that is giving away some free tickets.
Oh, yes. We have, guys, if you've not bought your tickets yet, we have a sponsor, Lemfi, and they're giving 500 tickets away. So if you've not bought your tickets, guys, don't worry. You can call us and ask us, how do I get free tickets? So they're giving 500 free tickets, guys. So if you've not got your ticket is £20. So if you've not got your £20 ticket, don't buy it. Phone, find out, how am I getting my free ticket? How am I getting my free ticket? And it doesn't matter how many people you are in the family, you can get the free ticket, guys. So phone in. And we also have Kenya Airways that are giving 2 free tickets, 2 raffle tickets to Kenya. From London to Nairobi, or not Nairobi, London to Kenya, wherever you want to go, Mombasa, Nairobi, Nakuru, Kisumu, wherever you want to go. So it's from London to Kenya, Kenya back to London. Free tickets, and we're only doing a raffle for £10. So it's only £10. So with £10, that you can even go to Manchester with £10. You can't even buy McDonald's with £10. You end up going to Kenya, 8 hours flight. With KQ, whoa, I'm buying that raffle ticket right now, because one person will have to win, definitely. And that person might be you. So there's a lot of things that are happening.
Yes.
We have a lot of sponsors. But I think we'll come back probably again and talk to some of our sponsors, because some of our sponsors are actually coming from Kenya. Yeah. So when they come, we like to bring them here. My producers love my Kenyan people. So we bring them here and we talk about the event again.
Yes.
right? So do you have anything you want to say before we wind up?
No, I think you've covered it all. I'm just very excited. I can't wait for the event on the 29th and 30th of July. I am very much looking forward to trying all the dishes that you mentioned that I may not know. So I am looking forward to that on my break, of course, and I want you to enjoy the day and, as you say, mingle with the community, actually spend time with your audience and with the community that have sacrificed their time to come there. So yeah, the pressure is on. But it's going to be a great event, that I know.
Yeah. I mean, you do so many things, girl. You're an entrepreneur, so this one will just be like for you. You're like, guys.
I want to blow my own horn, but yeah, it's going to be great. It's just going to be a walk in the park.
Because Ruth is in control, guys. Ruth is in control.
Yeah.
So we have different artists on the day. We have a lot of people coming. We have this guy called Musa Jakadala. He's one of our artists. And as much as we are Kenyans, we also have tribes that we also have to be very proud of our tribe, not being tribalist or tribalism, but you still have to be proud of your tribe because that's your culture.
Yeah.
So we have this Musa Jakadala. He's from one tribe. He sings a lot of Luo songs.
Okay.
So he's capturing that community. And then we also have James as well. James is also from the biggest tribe in Kenya, and that's the Kikuyu tribe. And he's also coming to entertain them as well. And then we have Masi Masika now, who is also a gospel artist, but she captures the whole, because she sings a lot of Swahili, because Swahili is the Kenyan national language. So we've the way we've done it with the artists is we have to capture all the artists, all the different community, well, different levels, different ages, different tribes as well, and then we bring them together as one, and that's the beauty. This tribe, this tribe, this tribe, this tribe, and then we bring them together as Kenya. And then you, as Kenya, have you married somebody who's not Kenyan? You too, bring them. So we are all together as one. And that's the beauty of the artists we have. And then we also not forgetting the youths. So we also have Benson and Neville. Those are to capture the youths. And they're also there because these guys are doing so great. I wouldn't say they're new kids on the block. They've been around, but we need to promote them as well. And then they're coming for the youths, and then we also have local artists. We have a lot of local artists because we always believe that charity begins at home. And actually saying this, Sarah Ikumi, I don't know if you know Sarah Ikumi.
I do, yes.
Her first performance was 2015 in Kenya and Friends in the Park. And if she does this, I have the clip. I have the clip of us singing on stage on Kenya and Friends in the Park. And I feel like that stage, Kenya and Friends in the Park, has given youths a lot of opportunities because a lot of people, after they sing there, even one DJ, there's a DJ as well who started in Kenya and Friends in the Park, and now if you see him, he is flying. He's doing so well. The other day he told me he went to African tour. He was doing a lot of tours because of his DJ, and also the first platform was Kenya and Friends in the Park. So that's also a platform to
new talent.
To promote new talents, new skills, and local talents and skills as much as we're bringing people from Kenya. And then you also have Lynn Gugi. And Lynn Gugi, you can check her work. She's a humanitarian, and she does a lot of humanitarian work. And her work promotes, transforms, inspires, and motivates people a lot. So that's her area of expertise. She does a lot. She changes literally changes people's lives.
Wow,
and then we have Chamwada, who also comes and gets stories in diaspora, people who are doing good, because sometimes people like you're doing this, but nobody notices you. So he comes and he goes and gets people in the farm, people in all those places, and he also promotes them in Kenya. So we have a lot of different people coming, doing with different opportunities that everybody will feel like, wow, I'm being noticed, I'm here, I'm doing this. So that's why this event is actually really, really important to me. When somebody said, oh, Lydia, you don't have to do this event, I said, no, I do. It's not about money.
There's a purpose behind it.
There's a purpose, and there's no money. And you've seen the accounts. You're even like, Lydia, the accounts are low. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So it's not about the money. It's about the purpose, like you said. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. So for more information, again, visit www.kenyaandfriendsinthepark. Check transport that day, because I know that 29th there's a hint of strike. So check, how am I going to go? Probably check a day before and know how am I going to use a bus alternative, or which train am I going to use, because when trains are on strike, it's not all trains are on strike. So just check your journey prior, so you don't get frustrated on the day. On the 29th you think, okay, I'll leave at 2. You leave at 2, there's no train, there's no this, and then you've paid already. Your children are there distressing you, mommy, daddy, grandma, we want to go. So check your journey prior, a day before or a week before. And then also accommodation, especially those people who don't live nearby. I've got my own accommodation and I live in London, but I don't want to do that traveling. And I use Elizabeth line, but that line sometimes is not even reliable. Sometimes I don't know, they're not working. So make sure you check accommodations as well. And right now accommodation is going so fast. And so parking for people who are driving. There is no parking there is no parking anywhere in the premises there, but there is parking in Ealing Broadway, right?
Yeah, and around. All the details will be online. And I think just to help with that, if people are drinking, then we probably want to suggest that they take public transport. But yes, all the information will be on the website. So just make sure you plan your journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you plan yourself. And like Ruth said, if you're drinking, it's okay to drink and have party, but we have to be responsible.
Yes.
So don't drink and drive. Please don't drink and drive, because you might have proper fun, but then the end might be disastrous. So guys, don't drink and drive.
Yeah.
There's parking. There's loads of parking. The Ealing parking is around £6 to £12.
Yeah.
And it takes up to 700 cars. So that's fine. But when you get to Ealing Broadway, you still need to get a bus to the venue. So that, check the website. Everything is on the website, guys. So, and buy your tickets on time. Tickets are £20 a day for adults. If you're coming for the 2 days, it's supposed to be £40, but it's £35 if you're coming for the 2 days. And I've seen some people have purchased £35 tickets already. So welcome to Kenyan Friends in the Park. We have children under the age of 18, from 18 to 10 to 18. You're paying £10. Yeah, £10 a day. And then if it's 2 days, it's £20. But if you're coming for, you get 15. It's £15 discount. And then under 10s are free. Under 10s, please do, parents. Sometimes we are a little bit naughty. We're like, you go, just go. Me, I'm going to work. Don't do that, because children under the age of 10 are not going to be allowed in the park without a responsible adult. So if you know that you're going to work that day, please don't send your child by themselves. Let them stay home and watch cartoon, right? Instead. Or they can watch it online, because we're going to stream it as well. So don't bring them there. Don't send them there by themselves. Because I know some parents maybe live in London. You might say, oh, just go. Or living near Ealing. They won't be admitted.
Yeah.
Do not bring alcohol. 100% alcohol is not allowed. Going to be confiscated. Please don't bring alcohol. Don't bring drugs. 100%. Please, even if it's a small weed and you think it's just small weed, don't bring drugs. Please don't bring weapons. Don't say, I have to bring weapon to protect myself. No, Jesus will protect you. Please do not bring any weapons. And police will be called if you're found with weapons or drugs. Police will be called. If you're found with alcohol, they'll just take it away. Don't bring food, because they have food in there. Because you bringing food will be liable if anything was to happen. Food poisoning, it will be, we saw that food, we got the food from Kenyan Friends in the Park. So do not bring your food, okay? So what else? Just bring you positive vibes.
Picnic blankets.
You can bring
Deck
picnic
chairs.
blankets, lasos, shuka, your own tent, your own chair. If you want to bring the sofa from your house, you're allowed. Those ones you can bring 100%.
Yeah. I think that's about it. You've covered everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you on the 29th and the 30th of July 2023. Do you have a takeout speech, something?
Oh, I've already done it.
You've
I
already
feel like
done
I've
it.
already done
So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. And we hope to see you. I will be running around, obviously, but I hope to see you on the 29th and 30th of July.
Okay, thank you so much, Omega TV UK. And like we always say, it can only be God. But before I go, I want to say thank you to very, very important, special people, my producers. You know, sometimes when you go to an event and you're a camera person, nobody takes you picture. You go to eat in a restaurant, nobody says thank you to the chef. Do you know how rude that is? They say thank you to the waiters, but not the chef. When you're doing, who else again never say? A bus driver. Nobody even says thank you. They just enter and put their oyster, go and sit down. Nobody says thank you to the pilot. I make sure I always say thank you. Yeah. When I'm going, I say thank you to the pilot, thank you to the bus driver, thank you to the chef, and especially thank you to my producers. They make me look beautiful. And they don't have to, but they do make me look beautiful because they are good people. So thank you so much, my producers. And I'll say until then, I'll see you again next week on Wednesday. Stand out, speak up, and also follow us on Sky 181. Don't forget that. Until then, God bless you.